What's up, Big Orange Nation? It's playoff Saturday, but that does not mean that's the only thing going on in Big Orange Nation today. Lady Vols playing down in West Palm Beach. They played early this morning, played 11 o'clock, played Tulsa. And as they have pretty much up to this point, they took care of business once again. Make sure you hit that like, that share, subscribe. This is Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel coming at you. Thank you guys so much for your support along the way. If you paid for Baller TV so you could watch the Lady Vols, let me know what you thought today. Let me know what you saw, what looked good about them. I know that based on what I'm seeing today, the Lady Vols, along the way, looking at the scores, looking at all this, second quarter, they absolutely dominated in that second quarter. They got out of the first quarter up 22-0, and they never looked back. 41 points to 11 in the second quarter, an absolute dominating quarter. Third quarter, based on what I'm looking at as far as the box score goes, doesn't look so beautiful. 15 points to 14, fourth quarter, 24-16. But all it takes is one. All it takes is one. In the second quarter, they were absolutely dominating. There's enough in this game, I think, to like. Based on what I'm seeing, again, not watching the game because I didn't pay for ball or TV on it. But it seems to me enough to like, and enough for Kim Caldwell and his staff are like, yeah, we got to fix some things here along the way. You got one more game. They're off for 8 days. They play Winthrop on the 29th, and then they play SEC or start SEC play. They go to Texas A&M to start that on January 2nd, which is a Thursday. I feel that's a very winnable game for the Lady Vols. Texas A&M's kind of up and down. It seems like the ranked teams they've played it's not been close. I fully expect the Lady Vols to go down there and take care of business. Then it gets real. January 5th, Sunday, 3 o'clock, 10th ranked Oklahoma comes to Knoxville, and then you follow that up 4 days later on Thursday the 9th, and you play LSU in Knoxville. So that's going to be two big games right there. And if the Lady Vols take care of business over the next two, like I think they should, I expect the old Food City Center, Thompson Bowling Arena should be pretty rowdy on January 5th. If they win that one and beat Oklahoma, and then LSU comes to town January 9th, both teams undefeated, that's going to be a pretty wild atmosphere. That's going to be a heck of a game that night. I still call it Lady Vols are getting at least one of LSU, UConn, or South Carolina, if not more, along the way. But this team, again, I feel like most nights it's been either Cooper or Whitehorn that's been your main players on the night. Spencer and Spearman have stepped up tonight. We had a couple more that were really, in terms of box score, your main ones. And Sarah Puckett tonight, 17 points on the night. She had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. So a really good night for her. And I saw some of the comments talking about some of the people that follow them, analyzed them, said that this was a nice night for Puckett. Said she does so many things that kind of don't get to recognition. I don't know if it's so much like a Jemima Mashak type situation. I mean, because frankly, I have not followed the Lady Vols up to this point as much as I do the men. But Puckett, big night for her. Really good for her. 7 out of 12 from the field, 3 out of 5 on 3-pointers. Plus minus on the night, she was the top one at plus minus 32 on the night. Jewel Spear on the night was the second leading scorer, 16 points. She had 2 rebounds. She had 3 assists and 2 steals on the night as well. Looks like she had 2 blocks also, plus minus 24. 4 out of 9. 4 out of 11 field goals, 4 out of 9 from 3-point, and then she was 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. But then you get Spearman, 15 points on night, 15 points, 9 rebounds. Spearman's been an awesome pickup. I think she's done so many good things for this team along the way. Just, being able to step out and shoot. She can do well on the inside. Her rebounding is really well. She's been such a big pickup for this team, plus minus 26. And all these are pluses other than Avery Strickland had a -2 in a little over 6 minutes tonight. Everybody else that was on the court tonight, Ajudele was 0. She played right at 2 minutes, but everybody else was in the plus on that for the night. Ruby Whitehorn just went for 5 points tonight, but I mean, she was 2 for 4, 1 out of 3. She had 5 rebounds. She had 6 assists, 3 turnovers. That would be the, I guess, the negative on the night, but plus 30 while she was in. Samara Spencer on the night went for, let me back up here, Matt. These are a little hard to read. Ruby Whitehorn had 13 points tonight, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Samara Spencer had 5 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. So she filled up the stat column like she normally does. I apologize on that one. Cooper on the night, 13 points. She had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers. That's the one thing. Spencer had 3 turnovers on the night. They got to fix those. They had 16 turnovers on the night. Tess Darby had 3 points. Alyssa Latham, 7 points on the night, 7 rebounds. Hollingshed, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Of course, I mentioned Puckett, 17. Kanaya Boyd, 1 point. Avery Strickland, 2 points. Edie Darby, 3. Destiny Wells, 3 points. Shooting by period. The Lady Vols in the first quarter, 36.8%. Second quarter, here's, again, your big numbers on the night. 68.2% free field goals. 6 out of 8 3-pointers, 75%, 5 out of 7 free throws. That third quarter was, they've had some interesting third quarters along the way. This was another one tonight. I mean, they outscored Tulsa 15-14, so it was not an offensive showcase in the third quarter. I mean, the Lady Vols were 28.6% from the field. 2 out of 10 3-pointers, 20%, 1 out of 6 free throws. That's got to be better for them. The good thing is they held Tulsa 20% field goals, 14% on 3-pointers. Tulsa did get to the free throw line 8 times in that third quarter. But for the game, the Lady Vols shot 48%, 43.8 from 3-point. Here's one they've got to fix, though. Free throws, 53.8%, 14 out of 26. That's not going to cut it if you get in against an Oklahoma coming up, an LSU, these better teams. You got to be able to hit those free throws on it. That's one that goes back to me last year in that South Carolina game. That's one of the big games I watched of them. You had a chance to ice that game against South Carolina in the SEC women's tournament, and you couldn't hit your free throws on it. This team, I know it's a different staff, different players, such, but you've got to be able to hit those free throws on it. And hopefully that's something down the stretch they'll get better at. Wasn't make or break today. There's going to be a point in time where it can be make or break for this team, though. But looking at, let me see if I can find the team stats on the day. Rebounds. Let's see. Tulsa had 40. Lady Vols had 52. Field goals. Lady Vols took 77 shots. Tulsa shot 63. 14 out of 32 3 points for the Lady Vols. Tulsa was 5 out of 29. So you, again, you won the rebounding battle by 12. Assists 20 for the Lady Vols. 16 turnovers. They did force 23. 10 steals for them today. I would like to see those turnovers come back down just a little bit. But it's a wild, kamikaze, chaotic style of basketball that the Lady Vols brand is playing. So I think you get what you're going to get with them in this style. And, man, when it's on, it's going to be great. It's going to be so fun to watch. When it's not, it's going to be infuriating at times. And we've seen that. It'll be interesting to see as they get into SEC play as well. But Lady Vols improved to 11-0. They should be going into SEC play 12-0 after they play Winthrop next Sunday. And again, this staff, this team, what they've done with this new staff in place, based on how they've hit the portal, based on how the games have gone, based on how they've recruited, they are, I've got to give them so far an A+ for what they've done. I think they've hit the ground running, and I think the enthusiasm is probably the highest it's been in a long time for Lady Vols basketball. Thank you guys for tuning in. Playoffs coming up here. Not too long. Big night. If you're at the game and happen to watch this, I don't know how many would. Save it for tonight. Everybody's fired. I'm fired up right now, but I'm trying to save it for tonight. I wish we were playing this 4:00 game, to be honest with you. But we'll see where it goes tonight. I'm planning on going live. I've not fully committed to it as of yet. I'm going to see later. And I think I probably will, more than likely. But I'm going to have a day on here getting ready for it. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel. Every day is a great day to wear the orange.